Okay, everybody, welcome back to the Lechtich Musar podcast. We continue with a brand new Yoeitz, new Inyan, Yoeitz Hey, and today we begin with Hillel, praising. We're on page 568 in the Art Scroll. We're on day 206 in the Hachzik movement. Now we talk about Hillel, which is praising, and what we're going to learn is a person should train himself to always be grateful for the good he receives, and this should move him to praise its benefactors. It behooves us to praise Hashem for all the good He does for us. And even though we say in Nishmas every single week, we say even if our mouths were filled with this song, we can't pray Hashem and thank Hashem enough. Certainly without anything it's impossible. So we try our best and we're Mehalal and Meshabech Hashem as much as we possibly can. It is proper for every person, whenever possible, to thank and praise Hashem. Says the Pele Yoeitz, sometimes a person, we all have ups and downs, wax and wane. The good times, the quote-unquote bad times, everything is really good. But what we're learning over here is when we have those good days, when we have those high times, we always have to make sure, shagar befiv, it has to be natural, it has to be embedded in our mouths. Our first address, our first response isn't, I had a great day, I was successful, I made money, closed a great deal, I had a great experience. It always has to be, in a way, realizing that everything is funneled through the Eibishter. I am so fortunate Hashem gave me this experience. I'm so fortunate Hashem, Baruch Hashem, let me be matzliach, He let me close this deal, He let me have a great day in learning, He let me feel connected to my davening, He let me bake chalas, He let me go visit and do bikkur chayil. Whatever it is, but realize that those experiences are all presents, are all kisses from God, and all from the Eibishter. Hashem didn't have to let it work out. Hashem didn't have to let us have those feelings of elation, of connection, of dveikus, of success, of feeling accomplished. And when we have those, it has to be all channeled to Kadosh Baruch Hu. When a person is discussing with others that he an endeavor and he was successful, the name of Hashem should immediately be present upon his lips. And he should say, praise to Hashem, thank you Hashem, for He has done wondrous kindness for me, because I'm undeserving. I don't deserve anything. And it's all the Eibishter who helped me get to here, who helped me do that, who helped me accomplish this or that, until this point in time. So it is, whatever happens, so if a person can do that even in the bad, there's no real bad, so that's the highest madriga. But certainly when we encounter, when we feel good, when we feel uplifted, when we feel successful, when we feel fulfilled, what are the words? Tekef yeh shem shamayim shagar b'fiv. Hashem's name should be immediately present on your lips. And now the Pele Yoeitz takes it even a step further. We just finished saying, and as we said this before, but now we're going to see it inside. Even if a person endures suffering, he should praise Hashem. Even when bad happens, a person should somehow come to think that it could have been worse, that Hashem is paying me back in this way, and come to a certain acceptance, a certain understanding that even this, there's a silver lining, there's still good in that. And even if Hashem has heaped material good upon him that's more than others, he's abundantly wealthy, and certainly in this situation it requires the person to be tremendously thankful to Hashem, who has showered him with His goodness. There are plenty of people who can't even get together, they don't even have their basic needs. A person who is extremely successful, he's wealthy, he has his material needs, v'yikaneh me'oid. This is the avodah. He has to be exceedingly humble, as to not become ensnared in the natural pitfalls of haughtiness due to his success, due to his fortune. Always has to remember, it has nothing to do with me. It's not it's not my might, it's not my strength. It's all the Eibishter. My might and my strength, that's all Amalek. That's all the Koyach Hara, that's all the Satan. When we think it's my investment, it's my kishron, it's my seichel, it's my strategy, it's my investment, it's my foresight, it's my wisdom, that's all treif, that's all garbage. That's all, everything we're not supposed to be doing, that's giving in to the Satan, to the Samach Mem, to the Yitzhara, to the Koyach HaTumah. But rather, says the Pele Yoeitz, what we're supposed to do, we're supposed to approach when a person is tremendously successful, is it has nothing to do with me. I know a person who's a successful businessman, and every single day, all we hear, all we know, all he says, it's not me, it's not my business, it's not my seichel, it's all the Eibishter. And when we surround ourselves with these type of people, it's important because it has a real impression. It really reminds us, live stream, live time. When we see these people, when we hear these people, take it in. Hear it from them. Yes, it's important to read in the Sefer, but when you hear people saying that, take a step back and say, they really mean it. It's a beautiful thing. They're realizing, Veyikba beliboy, they're taking this and they're instilling in their heart, Amuna Shalema, with complete faith, which is a tremendous avodah. If it wasn't hard, he wouldn't write about it. Hashem is the one who gave the wealth, and everything is from his hand, and deeds are counted by him. It's all the Eibishter, there's all the cheshbon, and I have nothing to do with it. It's all Hashem pulling the strings, something that we often talk about, that it's a charade, it's a play, it's all one elongated perm spiel that we're living, but we don't have any power, we don't have any way to grant success, we're nothing. We're puppets, Hashem is pulling the strings, and if Hashem grants someone wealth, it's only because of Hashem's mazel, because of Hashem's bracha, it has nothing to do with us. And that's the avodah. It's all the Eibishter giving the power, it's all Hashem giving the shefa, and channel and thank Hashem for that. And it's famous, it's known. The Chafetz Chaim once had a chaloim, he once had a dream that he struck it rich, that he won the lottery. And for such a dream, the Chafetz Chaim fasted. Why did he fast? What was wrong? Tremendous, he struck the lottery. The Chafetz Chaim said he was so worried, he's so fearful that he's going to get ensnared, he's going to get sucked into this natural tendency, to the natural reaction of a person who's successful and has all this money. He's going to feel gaivadik, he's going to feel mechubadik, he's going to feel that he demands respect, he's going to feel that he's better than other people. And just for that thought alone, the Chafetz Chaim fasted, because he didn't want to be associated with such a nisayon. A lot of people these days say, yeah, test me with it. Everyone says money is so evil, money is so scary, and everyone says, test me with it, it's fine. And what we see over here is it's a tremendous nisayon. And when a person is able to be kadeh believe b'munah shlema that it's Hashem, then he'll be able to rise and overcome the test. But we see for the Chafetz Chaim, the fact that he fasted reminds us that it's not so simple because of the Chafetz Chaim. The Chafetz Chaim's level, if he had to fast for the thought, then in practicality, it's obviously not so simple. How much more is it fitting for a person to praise Hashem if we were talking before about Gashmius, about money, about business, but what if we're successful? What if we're crushing it in our ruchnius? Says the Pele Yoeitz, that's where the main shvach, that's where the Haidah really has to come. We have to thank Hashem. Hashem gives us a head, He gives us seichel, bina, to sit and learn and to understand and to learn Torah Hashem. That's what we have to truly be thankful for. That's really where the Ashiras comes in. Above all, where a person has a debt of gratitude, is if Hashem has graced him with the ability to perfect certain character traits and to recognize the correct path, he has a derech yeshara, then a person must be thankful to Hashem for this extra dose of clarity. Similarly, if Hashem presents a certain mitzvah opportunity to him, or He saves him from sin, these are greater kindnesses than the entire world to come. These are opportunities, investments, and Hashem is giving you those opportunities. You have to come back and be thankful. And if the Gemara tells us regarding a king that once having bowed at the start of Shemoneh Esrei, he doesn't straighten up until he concludes his davening, which shows an extra amount of humility, then for sure, a person is obligated to humble oneself and always say, I am katonti mikol chasadim, I'm diminished by all the kindness that Hashem has bestowed upon me, for all the spiritual opportunities and abilities that Hashem has given me, which is a tremendous gift. A person has to give thanks and shvach v'zu anaf mitzvah mimashe tiknu lana chachamim zechon levracha lekra es halal anisim v'aparkan k'mesh kasav harav sefer charedim mechalachas de Hashem mishbetem mishar misam chalev, included in the kindness of Hashem and the upright of what Hashem does, which gladdens the heart, is a fact that when we bless Hashem, we laud His name for the good He has performed. Yerav loy. This is pleasing to Hashem. And although this expression of our appreciation is something that we owe Hashem, Hashem nevertheless reckons it as a mitzvah when we come and we say Al Anisim. So this just gives us another glimpse of how good Hashem is, that even when we're mechuyev to give Him thanks, but Hashem counts it as a mitzvah and He gives us these opportunities to show Him thanks and gratitude. The Chazal teach us that a person who encounters an ace and he says, thank you Hashem, and he sings Shira, the schar of that is that he almost earns another nace. Shnemar v'zevech toida ar'enu b'yesh alekim. Hayesh chich masik mizeh l'chein hudu l'Hashem kitay kitam chazdai. Says the Pele Yoeitz, almost in a play on words. Hayesh chich masik mizeh. Is there any sweeter way to treat someone than this? The way Hashem treats us, therefore, for all the good that Hashem gives us, we respond and say, thank you Hashem, that your kindness endures forever.